Now, Rabbi Shergill, I must ask you, we're talking about people who've created a real legacy by making the world a better place for them. What for you defines a better world, a world that you hope actually comes about all around us?
I think the better world has to be defined in terms of the real legacy, both philosophical and material, of India itself. For instance, if I have to really define India for myself or my kids, which I do all the time, I think I look at the syncretic values of the Mughal period. For instance, you look at the architecture, how it amalgamates different influences. You look at Harappa, for instance, and there is an unbroken passage of certain values that you see existing in Harappa to present Punjab. For instance, the common bath, the water love. You find the same water bath in Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Hakra, and all of those other places, and you find that in Amritsar, in Goindwal, and in Kumbhalgarh, in Chittor. So there is this recognition of water as some sort of foundation of human existence, and the love or the respect that our civilization actually gives it. The other is the beautiful language of Urdu and Hindustani, which exists right now in Delhi, for instance. I mean, it rose up to the level that it could create two poets of some universal acclaim in Mir and Ghalib and scores of others. It amalgamates different languages in India. So for me, goodness really is about, I doff my turban or hat to anyone who's, to the mother who's singing, lullabies in her own mother tongue to her kids, to the small-time Parchoonwala who's still holding on against the onslaught of, supermarkets and malls, to the, independent music festivals, organizers who are just who just don't want to give into Bollywood or other, big money stooges. And, it's about, I see India's goodness in its languages, in the way it is, its belief systems, the way the food it eats, the clothes it wears, and people who just have a genuine love for that. So
that's
to me
your idea of what a
maintenance of that, active nurturance of that, I think, to me, would qualify as.
All right, Rabbi Shergill, how, it's complicated at one level, but how would you define goodness as something that you would assess in this particular program?
The simple metric I would use is how was the society before the intervention of the said person, and how it is after that person. All the great heroes that I may have had, they are almost the backstory to my life. And I feel that the world shifted its axis a little bit after their body of work. So you look at Amitabh Bachchan, for instance. I mean, there's a before Amitabh Bachchan cinema, and there is after Amitabh Bachchan cinema. And goodness, I think, follows pretty much the same criteria. I mean, did the artist, did the person, did the enterprise, did it make our society a little bit better? And that to me is, I'm going to look for some clear, identifiable, marked upward trend in goodness.
All right.